Okay, I believe we've now got this going. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from the campus of Concord Carlisle High School in Concord, Massachusetts. Here to bring you today's high school varsity boys soccer contest as part of the Kicks for Cancer weekend here at Concord Carlisle. Today's contest pits two visiting teams against one another at this neutral site. On one side over here on my right in the pink jerseys, we have the Tigers of Newton North High School. And on the left in the turquoise jerseys, we have the Brookline High Warriors. The weather less than agreeable today. We've got some drizzling rain and some gusting winds. And in part because of that, the Wi-Fi connection appears to be quite bad today, which is unfortunate. But fret not, viewers. I am recording this while streaming it, so if the stream does not right the ship at any point today, then I will have a fully recorded version of this game that I will be able to upload later tonight. But in the meantime, we've got ourselves a game, and it's a Brookline Newton North game, so you know it's going to be good. It's always a thrilling time when these two rival schools face off in any sport, as I always say whenever I cover one of these games. And so remember, if you end up enjoying this live stream, faulty Wi-Fi and all, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming sports live streams. And if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. Now, I say I encourage you to say it in the live chat, but really what I'd like to encourage people to do instead, just because I have my laptop screen covered from the rain, so I can't really see the live chat. So what I'm going to ask you to do instead, if you have something to say, I'd ask you to send it to me in an email. So if you notice any particular technical difficulties, send me an email. My email address can be seen at the bottom right corner of the screen, jgms88@gmail.com. So if there's anything you'd like to say to me, particularly in regards to the technical quality of the stream, but also anything else you would like to say, if I'm getting someone's name wrong or anything like that, then I encourage you to send me an email. It's going to be hard for me to see anything in the live chat, so I would encourage you to take that method. Now, I wasn't able to get the Newton North roster before this game, so I'm just going to be narrating the Newton North players by jersey number. If anyone is able to find the Newton North roster and wants to send it to me in email, you can. But otherwise, I'm just going to be narrating by jersey number throughout today. I do have the numbers for the Brookline High Warriors, so I will list those off right now. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off, we have a sophomore, number 1, Alex Magula. Next, a senior, number 4, Rohan Brown. A sophomore, number 7, Jacob Friedman. A sophomore, number 9, Nico Liteplo. A senior captain, number 10, Eamon Boschel. A senior, number 11, Sebastian Spinelli. A senior, number 12, Gabe Spaggett. A senior, number 13, Henry Ames. A senior, number 14, Jason Ribat. A senior, number 15, Sebastian Cuervo. A junior, number 16, Jack Fitzgerald. A junior, number 17, Grady Ames. A junior, number 18, Ben Speicher. A sophomore, number 19, Travis Applebaum. A senior, number 20, Oliver Stern. A senior, number 22, Liam Alcalay. A sophomore, number 23, Koya Nicoli. A sophomore, number 24, Wally Lawrence. A sophomore, number 25, Jonah Lippman. A freshman, number 26, Jeffrey Dong. A junior, number 28, Nate Lockwood. A senior, number 29, Tony Zhang. A senior, number 31, Eli Traub. And a senior captain, number 99, Jackson McGee. Head coach of the Brookline High varsity boys soccer team is Kyle Bolu-Jones. So that is our Brookline roster here today. Playing out here as part of the Kicks for Cancer Week. It's really impressive, the tradition that Concord Carlisle has built out here. You know, I was looking it up the other night. They have a whole week of games and events meant to benefit women's cancer research. And they, will have games. They will have charity games of golf, volleyball, football, cheerleading, ultimate frisbee, field hockey, of course, soccer out here today. They've got a 5K that they're going to be having tomorrow. They have like a couple of dances that the students can go to. All a bunch of stuff meant to raise proceeds for advancements in cancer research. I think they raised over $100,000 last year to donate to Dana-Farber for research into ovarian cancer. Not sure if there's any specific type of cancer research they're funding this year, but I do know that I've put the link for the fundraiser in the description section down below, so be sure to go down there, click that link where you can donate to the Kicks for Cancer fundraiser. Weather's lightening up a bit. I don't feel any raindrops at the moment. I might briefly just take my coat off of my laptop just to see if I can see anything. Looks like the quality of the stream is going horribly, which is not unexpected. Again, I'm hoping things will right the ship, maybe if the weather improves, which I don't have a huge amount of faith in. We got a lot of dark clouds out here. But, a guy can dream. Like I said, in the meantime, I am recording this. So, if things don't ever really right themselves, I will have a full recording that I can upload later tonight. Brookline coming in to this contest with a record of 2-3-0. They are coming off a dominant 4-1 victory at home against Wellesley on Thursday. Earlier in the week on Tuesday, they lost at home to Needham 2-0. So far, when they've been able to get their offense going, they've really gotten it going. In their 2 wins, they've scored 4 goals in each of them, as they also got a 4-1 win on the road against Natick last Wednesday. But in all their other 3 games, they've been shut out. So it's really just been an all-or-nothing offense, real boom or bust on the offensive side for Brookline. On the defensive side, no shutouts as of yet, but they've never allowed more than 2 goals in a game. As so far they have given up 7 goals through their first 5 games, so they're averaging a little over a goal a game allowed. They are actually outscoring their opponents as they've scored 8 goals so far, but again, those 8 goals only spread over 2 of their 5 games, as the other 3 they got shut out. So it'll be interesting to see what they bring on offense here today. We are here at Concord Carlisle for the Kicks for Cancer weekend. It is Brookline against Newton North. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and you are watching Brookline High Soccer. Throws it in, deflecting across. Corralled by Brookline. Shot is in! Shot saved by McGee! Sends it up. Kulkarni ties it up! Oscar Kulkarni! All right, there was our intro video. And you might have noticed some newer clips from this season, especially a number of them from the Natick game. I like to update these intro videos a little bit as the season goes. So hopefully we'll get a lot more clips that we can use for that intro. Maybe we'll get some today. Well, I wouldn't exactly call this a beautiful day for soccer, which is unfortunate. Usually we get much bigger crowds out here at the Kicks for Cancer event. A little more sparse, which makes me especially disappointed that the Wi-Fi isn't being largely cooperative here. And I mean, unfortunately, there's really just not much I can do about that. Some areas the Wi-Fi signal's just not that strong, and unfortunately, especially when the weather gets bad, it can affect the Wi-Fi connection, which is especially disappointing because I like to think that, part of the benefit of me being able to do these streams is you can, watch the game without having to brave the elements. So, what can you do? Maybe I'll happen upon a solution, or someone will tell me some technical mumbo jumbo I can do to try and fix things. But in the meantime, looks like we'll soon be getting this game underway. You see the captains meeting up at midfield. We've had a decent stretch of time with no precipitation, which I certainly like. Fingers certainly crossed that it stays that way, but with how dark and cloudy the skies are, I don't have a lot of faith. I'm probably going to have to throw my coat back over my equipment at some point. Got a PA announcer going over on the other field over on our right, as they've got multiple fields out here at Concord Carlisle, which is part of how they're able to host this fantastic event. Some interesting history we get from the PA announcer. This Kicks for Cancer weekend's been going for 17 years. Has now evolved to include 21 towns playing 24 matches over the weekend. And over the course of the years, they've raised about I think he said $1.6 million for ovarian cancer research, which is incredible. Here comes the national anthem. All right, there was our national anthem, and we'll soon be getting this one underway. It's really cool. This event gives the teams new jerseys every year, and I know that in part because I believe these two teams had reversed these two colors. All the teams wear either pink or turquoise at this event. It's kind of a theming for the weekend. I believe last year, as I was here for the Kicks for Cancer game last year, I believe Brookline was wearing pink and Newton North was wearing turquoise. So they've kind of reversed it. It's a very nice setup, especially since they're personalized jerseys, not just in terms of the jersey number, but that each player gets to put the name of someone they know who has been impacted by cancer on the back of their jerseys. So all in all, I just think this is a really cool event. You know, I wish the Wi-Fi would be a little more cooperative as I bring this game to you, but you know, this is a cool event. as we see Brookline and Newton North players arm in arm for the pregame photos from the parents. You know, just a sweet little moment, a sweet little reminder that some things are bigger than the game on the field. Last year when these two teams faced off in the Kicks for Cancer game, Newton North came away with a 2-0 victory. But of course, the last time these two teams faced off, period, was in the regular season finale last year in Newton North. The Tigers took a 2-0 lead over Brookline, but the Warriors managed a furious late-game comeback off of 2 goals from then-senior captain Oscar Kulkarni to tie up the match. It ended in a 2-2 tie, which was good enough to bump up Brookline's power ranking number just enough to sneak into the Division I state tournament as the 31st seed. Brookline would take care of business at home in the play-in round against Medford before falling to number 2 St. John's in the round of 32. So now both teams hoping they can get one in the win column here in the 2023 Kicks for Cancer game. There's no rain here at the moment, so if you want to say anything in the live chat, folks, you absolutely can. I actually will be able to see it as I don't have a coat thrown over my laptop right now. We had some drizzling during pregame, and the skies are still very dark and cloudy, so you know, I'm keeping my eye out. But for now, I get to keep things uncovered. So I know the stream quality is not great, but if you're able to watch enough that you want to say anything in the live chat, I encourage you to do so. Once again, like I said, didn't get the roster for Newton North, so I'm just going to be narrating them by their jersey numbers. And it will be Newton North getting the opening possession. They'll be playing from the right, Brookline from the left here in the first half. And here we go. Newton North boots it across midfield, goes off the head of a Brookline player. Kick was deflected by number 28, Nate Lockwood, taken by Brookline. A through pass was intended for Eamon Boschel, but kicked away, but recovered by Lockwood. Lockwood trying to fight through a defender. It's deflected away, but chased down by number 14, Jason Rabat. It's knocked out of bounds from behind Rabat, and that is going to be the game's first corner kick. Boy, you know, some games of soccer, you'll see them go through like an entire half or like even 75% of the game without a single corner kick from either side. Here, it took us seconds. The scoreboard clock not working on our field here, so, you know, unless they fix that, I won't be able to tell you how much time we got left in the half. You know, we'll just have to go by the official whistle. In the meantime, Brookline setting up for the corner. In it comes, punched up in the air by the Newton North netminder and kicked out of the box. It's going to fly out of bounds and be Brookline ball. That corner kick came in from number 29, Tony Zhang, as he returns back to his spot on the back line. Throw in from the far side, headed in towards the box again, headed away by Newton North. Chasing it down is Boschel. He sends it back to Zhang. Zhang boots it up in the air back towards the box. Leteplo was trying to fight for it, but couldn't get proper positioning for a header, and it's booted away again by Newton North. Brookline keeping up the pressure. Sebastian Cuervo with a pass. Now a pass to the middle for Boschel. Now that pass in the air knocked away by Newton North. Boschel kicks it forward. Lockwood trying to tap it forward. It's booted away by the Tigers. Off ahead, bouncing along. Lockwood fighting through a defender. He's got a man over his back, but he keeps dribbling. And now gets slide tackled, but it goes right to Rabat. Rabat lifts one too high. But it's kept in bounds by Brookline. They keep with it. The pass goes back to Wally Lawrence. His pass deflected away, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Brookline ball. Lawrence to throw this one in. Throws it in towards Leteplo. Leteplo's got it. Passes it back. I believe that's Lawrence kicking it into the box. Booted away by Newton North. Sliced out of bounds. Throw in, back to the box, deflected down, Leteplo trying to fight for it, but too many pink shirts in there, and they kick it away. It's kicked right back forward by Zhang, though, as Brookline keeps up the pressure. Leteplo scores! Nico Leteplo. Let's check out the instant replay as that ball came in from Zhang. Leteplo, just nice fight through his defender, get up to the ball, and just a wide open kick into the net. That's another nice thing I'm able to do since there's no rain forcing me to cover up, is I'm able to use the instant replay feature that I introduced just this week. 1-0, the Brookline lead. Just tremendous, relentless offensive pressure by the Warriors to set up a chance that finally went in, and they are not letting up. Leteplo's pass going all the way out to the far side to Lawrence. It was Leteplo assisted by Zhang on that first score of the game as Brookline's keeping out the pressure. Bochelle with it. Bochelle fires a long shot, but didn't have enough juice on it. That's just going to roll into the waiting arms of the keeper. This one punted out. Rabat tried to disrupt it, but it is taken by the Tigers, working it up the near side. A pass goes all the way through for number 11. 11 fighting down the edge, but boxed out. Great physicality by number 16, Jack Fitzgerald. As it looked like number 11 was going to gain the edge on him, but Fitzgerald got just enough speed to give himself a position where he could start boxing out Newton North's number 11 and force that ball to just roll out of bounds for a goal kick. Brookline working to clear. The pass goes up to Bochelle, tapped back. Fitzgerald boots it high in the air towards midfield. Lawrence downs it nicely, but can't dribble through. It's taken away by the Tigers. Some quick passes. Number 9 had it for a second. It's booted away by number 20, Oliver Stern. Kick into the box is taken off the hop by Jackson McGee. McGee boots it high in the air. Downed by Leteplo. Leteplo dribbling, sending a leader to the outside for Lawrence. Lawrence has it. Long kick is going to roll wide. That one might have been a little bit rushed. They might have been able to work something on the pass, though it wouldn't have been easy. But Lawrence might have thought he would have been able to launch that one. It just didn't come off his foot right. As Newton North gives up an easy out of bounds. Throw in, deflected up in the air. Leteplo with it, but couldn't fight through the defender. Newton North trying to clear it out, but a swarm of turquoise in there. It is kicked away by the Newton North defense. Fitzgerald had it for a second, but it's knocked away. Now a pass goes through. Newton North on the attack. Sent to the near side. Broken up by Fitzgerald. Sends it up the line. Broken up by the Tigers. Booted up in the air, and that's going to be out of bounds. And it should be Brookline ball. Looks like the throw-in is going to be coming from Rabat. Throw-in down the line off the head of a defender. Couple of defenders' heads just going to bounce out of bounds. Brookline will take another throw-in. Throw-in aimed at Leteplo. Bounced away from him, and it's kicked away by the Newton North defense. Goes up to number 7. His pass off the mark, taken by Lawrence, passed up to Sebastian Spinelli. Spinelli gets tripped up from behind, and that will be a Newton North penalty. Brookline to take the free kick. Looks like they're going to take it from about the 36, 35-yard line. This one's booted towards the box, but it's simply going to bounce out of bounds. Offensive players weren't able to crash close enough to get that one. It'll simply be a Newton North goal kick. Out to the near side, number 99 spins around Rabat, kicks upfield, finds its target. That's 9. His pass deflected and kicked away, I believe, by Zhang. 99 tries to knock it away, but it's taken by Leteplo, but now he gets swarmed by defenders, and it's kicked away. Number 14, I believe, passes out to the far side. Tigers on the attack. Weaves through a defender, pass through for 11. 11 trying to cut around. Defense comes to help and deflects away the shot, and it's booted as Brookline flips the field. Header sends it back to the Brookline end. Fancy kick. Sends it towards the middle. Going to be chased down by Brookline. A pass aimed at Rabat was broken up, I believe, by 99. Not 99, by 11. Newton North takes it back. Pass up the middle for 6. 6 passes across. Now a leading kick is going to find number 9 on the breakaway. Good defensive hustle by Fitzgerald to recover as he knocks that one away, and McGee clears it out. Off the head of Lawrence, Spinelli tried to kick it forward, deflected by the defender, and I think they just called a handball on Lawrence. Free kick coming from about the 45-yard line. Into the box, it sails. Header saved by McGee. Number 7 tried to go for a header off the bounce and just couldn't get enough on it, as this one is booted way upfield by Rabat, but it's going to bounce into the waiting arms of the Newton North keeper. Nico Leteplo's goal, still the lone score out here in Concord. Here in the first half, scoreboard not working at this field, so I can't tell you how much time is left in the half as Rabat boots this one up in the air. And off the scrum, it's recovered by Spinelli. Spinelli dribbling through. Spinelli still keeping with it, taps to the outside for Lawrence. Lawrence trying to battle his defender on the edge, and it's lost out of bounds. It'll be Brookline ball. Lawrence to throw this one in. Throws it in low, looking for Leteplo, but it's broken up by the defense. Kicked out. Fitzgerald kicks it back forward. Rabat staying with it. Rabat trying to gain the edge. Rabat tried to kick. It was deflected out by 11. That's going to force another corner. Good patient move by Jason Rabat to gain the edge there. He didn't rush after the ball, waited until it stopped bouncing while boxing out his defender, and was able to maintain enough control to force the corner. We got some pushing and shoving before the kick comes in, and the official coming in just to have a talk with him. Now, I believe it is Zhang sending in the corner kick once again. Kick comes in a little high, but it does go off ahead, but it goes too high off the head and over the bar. Substitution checking in for Brookline, number 22, Liam Alcalay, entering the game, replacing Jason Rabat. Newton North boots it upfield, downed, hard collision And they are going to blow a whistle on the hard collision, give Newton North a free kick. Number 6 boots it out to the far side. It is downed, but not cleanly. Trying to spin, trying to send a pass through, walled off, ricocheting in the box. It is sliced, not cleared. Some players falling over each other, but Brookline clears it out. The officials are just letting them play. And whoa, helicopter, and a whistle was blown even before then. No love lost between these two teams. Even in the midst of a charity game, they are throwing everything they have at each other. So the free kick is going to go to Newton North. Number 2 going to take this one. Boots it towards the box and caught out of the air by McGee. Rolls it in, but stolen away. And we got another penalty call on Brookline, I believe. Tigers setting up for a pretty close free kick. This is a big chance for them to try and get the equalizer. Will the kicker just try and score himself? Floating in. Header goes wide. It's easier said than done. And oh, hey, we've got the scoreboard clock working. Well, that's nice. The scoreboard now able to read the 1-0 score of this game, with Brookline marked as the guest on the scoreboard. And it says about 26 minutes on the clock here in the first half. Slowly but surely, things are smoothing themselves out as McGee boots this one towards midfield. Knocked down. Penalty call against Newton North as they went up for the ball. Free kick to be taken by Oliver Stern around midfield. Looks like around the 48-yard line. He's going to kick it in low for Sebastian Cuervo, but couldn't quite move that one forward as it was walled off by the Newton North defense. It's going to go out of bounds. Brookline ball once again. Lawrence throws it in up the line. Booted high in the air. Knocked down. Booted away by Newton North. Head off the head of Stern. Newton North trying to gain control of it. They juggled it briefly, but now they've got it, and they're kicking a leader up. I believe this is 6, but a nice kick from Stern to prevent that sequence from going any further. Kicks it upfield. I believe this is Spinelli. Pass across to Alcalay. Alcalay sends a leader for Leteplo. Leteplo patiently waiting for the ball. Now takes it along the near side. He dribbles. Tries to send in a crosser. It's deflected, but right up into the air, and he takes it again. Leteplo tries to dribble around multiple defenders, but lost the numbers game, but doesn't lose again. He keeps up the pursuit, sends in a crosser. It's booted up in the air by Newton North. Over the heads of everybody. Alcalay trying to down it. Couple players trying to down it. It's either out of bounds or a penalty on Newton North. And I think they called an over-the-back penalty on Newton North, as those high bouncing balls can just be so hard to execute on properly without committing a penalty. And so this will be a free kick for Brookline from close to the 30-yard line. Alcalay sprints past it. Stern kicks a leader for Alcalay. Alcalay tripped up hard. And that will give Brookline another free kick. This will be pretty close to the box. might be a bit of no man's land. Newton North might set up a defender wall for the kicker himself. It's a strange angle, almost akin to a corner kick. So we'll see what Brookline decides to do on their approach here. Stern lifts it towards the box, deflected down by a Brookline player, did not bounce the right way, and it's kicked away by number 7. Zhang chases that one down and just kicks it out of bounds. Understandable decision when you've got a high bouncing ball like that. You know, maybe you would be able to get possession eventually, but the guy's going to be racing in behind you to try and take it away and turn it into a scoring chance. So overall, I'd say a solid decision to kick that one out of bounds as Brookline now takes it back. This is Lockwood kicking it forward. It was disrupted, taken away by the Tigers. Brookline keeping up the pressure, scrumming for the ball, but Newton North completing some nice short passes to keep possession, but now broken up. I believe that was Bochelle, but stolen back by Newton North's number 7. Pass to the far side, now pass to the middle for 23. Sent back and sent over to the near side to 99. 99 forward for 11, I believe. Broken up by Fitzgerald. Gets it over to Alcalay. Alcalay lifts it high. Newton North disrupts it, but it's kicked right back. And Leteplo gains control of it. Leteplo winding up, kicking a leader. It's deflected up in the air by the Newton North defender, but wrestling it away is Spinelli. Spinelli dribbling across the middle, sends a pass out to the far side. I believe that's Lawrence. Dribbling, firing, save, juicy rebound. Spinelli misses wide. Almost made it a 2-0 lead, and now we've got 2 subs checking in for Brookline. It's the Ames brothers, number 13, Henry, and number 17, Grady. And actually, that wasn't a wide miss. That was a save by the Newton North keeper, as it's now a corner kick for the Warriors. The Ames brothers come in, replacing Leteplo and Lockwood, as they set up Zhang for another corner. Into the box it goes. So close, but not quite. That almost curved in on its own, but it is booted away by Newton North. I believe that was number 9 trying to kick it forward, but he was already out of bounds. Throw in for Brookline. Brookline sending it up the far side. Pass goes up to Alcalay. Alcalay tried to send it to the middle to Spinelli. A few raindrops starting to fall. A little bit of concern. Lawrence boots it up in the air. Brookline controls it. That's Alcalay. Out to Lawrence. Lawrence stood up by the defender, but keeps control. Now kicked out of bounds by, I want to say, number 19 for Newton North. Some of the white jersey numbers are hard to read against the pink. Off the head of Henry Ames, that's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for Newton North. Substitution coming in for Newton North, that's number 17. Coming in for the Tigers. We're a little over halfway through this first half. About 19 minutes, 40 seconds left before the break. Brookline leading 1-0 off the goal from Nico Leteplo, assisted by Tony Zhang. This one booted forward, deflecting back and forth, down for a second by Newton North, and again the ball keeps pinballing around. Bochelle taps it back to Cuervo, now up to Alcalay. Alcalay stood up, and it's taken away by the Tigers, kicked upfield. Fitzgerald there to take it. He tries to kick it. It's taken back by the Tigers, but a pass back intercepted by Henry Ames, back to Grady Ames, up to Spinelli, but too far for anyone to follow up as the pass sent back to the goalie, and he boots it away. Downed by Cuervo, kicked along further, deflecting, and it's Bochelle. Bochelle sending it out to the far side, but nobody there in turquoise. Kicked away by number 5. Sent up the line and out of bounds. This will be a Brookline throw-in. Couple deflections, out of bounds, it goes. Another throw-in for the Warriors. Dribbling, pass forward. Brookline trying to fight their way through. It was a nice bit of hustle play there from, I want to say, Alcalay, but couldn't turn it into anything. Liteplo checking back into the game for Brookline. Replacing, not sure if that, I think that might be Spinelli that he's replacing. Header is downed. Broken up by number 17, pass to the outside. Number 7, pass to the middle. Number 10 boots it upfield, and there's a chance down the far side for the Tigers. Collected, dribbled, trying to get around Zhang, fires a shot, save McGee, cleared out by Cuervo. Newton North trying to dribble in again, and we've got a whistle. Did they call a penalty of some kind against Brookline? Looks like they did. Just outside the box. Interesting position to shoot from. Tigers still trying to tie it up. Kick comes in high, deflects wide. Nate Lockwood checking back into the game, replacing Eamon Bochelle. And we've got an injured Warrior down on the field. It looks like it's Jack Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has been making a number of nice plays from that wing-back position. Trainer's not out to look at him yet. Giving him some water. But they are going to have to sub him out. He is walking off on his own power, but he is hobbling a little bit. It looks like they're going to bring back Jason Rabat to take his place on the field. And hopefully he's okay. Hopefully we'll see him back out on the field before the day ends. In the meantime, a goal kick for Brookline. McGee boots it towards midfield. Off a head, off another head, booted up in the air, and Brookline had control of it for a second. Lawrence tried to pass it forward, but it's knocked away by the Tigers. Back and forth, taken by 99, broken up, recovered by 17. 17 sends it forward, kicked and ricocheted out of bounds. It'll be Brookline ball. Rabat, a quick throw in to the middle for Liteplo. Liteplo couldn't fend off his defender. Number 6 takes it away. Oops. Newton North on the attack once again, coming from the far side, trying to fake out the defender, but they are stood up, and Brookline takes it away. Now a long leading kick. Henry Ames trying to race after it. The goalie's going to race out and kick it away, but Grady Ames kicks it right back forward. Oh, just barely broken up on the pass. That would have been a big chance for Brookline. Now Newton North trying to operate on the counter, and we're going to get a penalty call against Zhang for that push in the back on number 9. So we got a few scattered raindrops out here in Concord, and the wind started blowing again. Number 10 to take the free kick for the Tigers. Lifts it into the box, headed away by Brookline. Off another head, it's kicked back into the box. Bunch of deflections, up and down that ball goes. Brookline had it for a second, but it's poked away by two. Handball. About 12 and a half minutes left here in the first half. Still a 1-0 score in favor of Brookline off the goal from Nico Liteplo. McGee upfield, goes off ahead, bounces out of bounds. Now we got some subs coming in. Among them, it looks like Boschel and Spinelli back in the game for Brookline as they replace the brothers Ames. Throw in from Lawrence, knocked down. Tapped to the outside by Newton North, stolen away by Lawrence. Lawrence trying to tap a pass through, broken up, and Rabat comes in and boots it high. Wind careens it towards the near side where Liteplo swoops in and takes it. Liteplo, biding his time, trying to get an opening, sends a crosser. It's booted up in the air by a Newton North defender. Boschel was trying to keep with it, but it's deflected away. Deflected out of bounds. It'll be Newton North ball. Throw in, kicked away by Rabat, up to Boschel, who taps it forward for Spinelli. Spinelli racing up the near side, but ran out of room. Throw in, off the head of Lawrence, kicked back, downed, and kicked away by the Tigers. Number 9 lifts it out to the far side, but it's booted away by Zhang. Scrumming for the ball, it's out of bounds. Tigers ball. Tigers pass to the middle, misses a couple of players and goes out to the near side where it's left for number 99. 99 trying to dribble up the side, stops, turns around, passes back to number 10. Now over to the middle to 6. Now to 17, attempted give and go off the mark. Taken away by Brookline. Leader is taken away off the slide tackle, and now it's knocked out of bounds by Spinelli. Looks like I can see number 16, Jack Fitzgerald, awaiting at the at midfield as a sub, so he seems to be okay. That is good to see. Off the deflection, Boschel kicks it forward. Chased down by Newton North, kicked out to the near side to 99. 99 boots it. Stern just boxing out the Newton North striker. And that is going to be a goal kick. Subs coming in, among them Jack Fitzgerald back into the game for Brookline. Warriors fans certainly happy to see him back and okay. McGee boots the goal kick upfield, bouncing along. Now sent up the line for 11, but stolen away by Stern and kicked out of bounds. Just over 8 minutes left here in the first half. Throw in, deflects, couple times. Now out to the near side, Brookline trying to keep it in bounds. They cannot. Another throw in for Newton North. And Brookline was trying to boot that one out. I'm not sure if they got the angle necessary to force a throw in. I think we might be seeing a corner coming up. And we are going to see a corner. Into the box it goes. It's headed away by the Warriors. That one's going to be out of bounds. This time they did get the angle, and this will be a throw-in. Throw in, heading towards the box. Headed back out. Kicked up in the air. Header into open space. Booted out by Brookline once again. This will be another Newton North throw-in. In towards the box. Deflected. Attempted clear is not cleared. Sent through by 99, but just barely kicked out by Brookline. Newton North trying to keep up the mounting pressure. But now a pass stolen away by the Warriors, sent up the field. Tigers trying to reset down the far side, but they lost track of it, and it's stolen away by Cuervo. And now we got either, I think, a penalty call on Newton North. Brookline rushing the free kick. Stern kicks it up the line, finds his target. Spinelli taps it. Tapped back to Spinelli. Spinelli turns around and sends it all the way back to Stern. Stern out to the near side to Fitzgerald. Now up the line for Rabat, but it's deflected towards the middle. 11 kicks it away. Booted up in the air, and now we're going to have a penalty call against Brookline. Just under 5 minutes left in the half. Ball's booted up in the air, deflected down. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Newton North ball. '99 throws it in. Bouncing along. Scrumming for the ball, it rolls out of bounds. It'll be Newton North ball again. Throw in towards the box. Header bouncing along, booted up in the air. And finally cleared out by Brookline. Headed back forward by the Tigers. Attempted crosser walled off by Brookline. That's going to force a corner. Into the box, punched out. Oh, I think we might have a penalty in the box called against Brookline. And that we do. Huge chance for Newton North here as number 10 setting up to take this PK. We saw Jackson McGee stop one of these against Natick, but it is not easy to do that. Stopped, but a rebound is kicked in. Number 10 was denied on his initial penalty shot by McGee, but the ball ricocheted right in front of McGee. And boy, he's had some lousy luck with those save rebounds off of PKs. Same unfortunate fate befell him against St. John's in the playoffs last year. So number 10, unassisted, ties it up for Newton North at 1 apiece. As the clock has been frozen, we are in stoppage time here at the end of the half. Throw in. An attempted clear kick deflects off a teammate. And now we've got a push-off call against Newton North. This will be a free kick for Brookline. With halftime upon us, McGee boots it, headed down by the Tigers. Bochelle tries to keep it on the attack, does get a deflection. Rabat had it for a second. Rabat pokes it away from 99. Rabat heading down on the near side, running out of room. He almost only kept it in bounds for a second. Or actually, no, he didn't. It'll be a throw-in, not a goal kick. North boots it. Goes off the head of Lawrence. Scrumming back and forth. Bochelle comes out with it, but it's too long of a shot. And it's going to bounce wide of the net. Goal kick from Newton North. Off the head of Lawrence. Deflects back and forth. Now kicked up, kicked back. Off the head of 2. Leteplo trying to stay on the attack, but it gets away from him. Lawrence was trying to keep up with that ball, but again, Newton North keeps it away. Clear goes right to Cuervo, however. Cuervo couldn't fight through the Tigers, and it's taken away. Passed out to number 17 on the near side. Running up the near side. Still keeping with it. Now a tap to the outside for 99. A slide deflection away by Fitzgerald. A tie score, 1-1 here in stoppage time in the first half. Throw in. And an over-the-back call on Newton North. A rushed free kick from McGee is going to go across half court, midfield. Wow, wrong sport. That kick missed by number 2. Number 5 chasing after it, and he passed it back to the keeper. Keeper just barely gets it away as Spinelli was crashing in. The pass stolen away by Rabat. Passed forward, and an offsides call. Spinelli wasn't able to retreat back behind the defenders before Rabat got control of the ball, and so that is an offside. Kick is deflected. Now the Tigers boot it down to the Brookline end. Fitzgerald tried to send it back to the goalie, but it deflects the wrong way. Now taken for a second. Fitzgerald kicks it away. And we've got a penalty call on Newton North. Sounds like we had a goal scored on the other field. But in the meantime, here still in stoppage time in the first half, all tied 1-1. McGee boots it off the head of Leteplo. Back and forth, it's booted up in the air by Zhang. Off ahead and out of bounds. Throw in, booted away. Off ahead, controlled by Cuervo. Cuervo boots it forward. Rabat's got some inside leverage. Rabat heads it over to a teammate, but he couldn't get a clean quick on it. Rabat again sends it forward. It goes off the back of Leteplo and out of bounds. And that's going to be the double whistle for halftime. At the half, our score, Brookline 1, Newton North 1. Brookline took the 1-0 lead on a goal by Nico Leteplo that looked like this. As a kick came in from Tony Zhang, Leteplo just able to fight through a defender and kick that one in. That gave Brookline the lead early in the first half, but late in the first half, a penalty shot by number 10 was initially saved, but left out in the open for a juicy rebound, and the putback shot was good. And that's how we now have things tied at 1 apiece. Once again, thank you all for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. If you're enjoying this live stream, bad Wi-Fi and all, then be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. And remember to check out the description section of the video. You can find the link to where you can donate to the Kicks for Cancer fundraiser to help advance cancer research. You can also find a link to the Venmo account for the Friends of BHS Soccer Booster Club if you want to support Brookline High Soccer. But for now, we are at half. Brookline 1, Newton North 1. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at Concord Carlisle High School in Concord, Massachusetts. I'm going to take a break and mute the mic, but I will be back with the second half of this ball game. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Concord Carlisle High School in Concord, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of the second half of this high school varsity boys soccer contest as part of the 2023 Kicks for Cancer weekend. This contest between the Brookline High Warriors and the Newton North High Tigers. The two teams fought to a 1-1 tie at the end of the first half. Brookline getting the first goal off an early score from Nico Liteplo, assisted by Tony Zhang, while Newton North answered back on a score by number 10, unassisted on a rebound off a PK shot. Two teams switch sides. Brookline now on the right, Newton North on the left. Brookline will get the opening second half possession as Liteplo setting up to get us started. And here we go. Liteplo sends the pass back to Sebastian Cuervo, kicks it up, deflects off of Wally Lawrence, kicked away by Newton North, recovered by Eamon Boschel, sent forward. Lawrence taps it for Nate Lockwood. Lockwood couldn't get around multiple defenders, and it's cleared away by Newton North. Chased down by center back Oliver Stern as he sends it back to the netminder Jackson McGee. McGee kicks it upfield, deflected into the air, but Tigers keep with it. Slide tackle does not get ball first, and that will be a penalty call against Brookline as the Tigers will take the free kick. This one booted in, headed away by Brookline, headed back in by Newton North, downed, kick ricochets, and we've got a whistle. I think that might be an offsides against the Tigers. McGee boots it, headed away. Newton North controls at 17's pass, deflects, but is taken, sent out to the near side to number 9. Number 9 fakes, starts dribbling towards the middle, sends one through to an open man. Offside's called. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I know some soccer fans, some casual soccer fans, might find the offsides rules a little confusing. I always operate by a simple rule of thumb. If the player seems a little too open to be true, it's probably not true. He's probably offsides. Lawrence throws it in, deflects, and deflects out of bounds. Newton North throw in. Throw in, kicked, intercepted by Brookline. Pass to the middle, deflected away, chased down by Lawrence. Lawrence kicks it upfield for Lockwood. Lockwood running out of room, but somehow gets a pass through to Sebastian Spinelli. Spinelli gets helicoptered. No whistle is blown. Knocked away. Gets up to Lawrence. Lawrence cut off, and it's knocked out of bounds. No, wait, they called a penalty against Brookline there. So this will be a free kick for Newton North. Booted across midfield. Deflected down, taken. Passed back to number 2, who is just going to boot it out of bounds. Jason Rabat to throw this one in for the Warriors. Bouncing along, off ahead, booted up in the air. Off the bounce. Bit of physicality, but then Bochel takes it, sends leader for Spinelli. Sebastian Spinelli controls the ball, turns back around, passes back. Rabat sends a crosser through. Lawrence launches it high. Some nice ball movement by Brookline. The kick just didn't come off the foot right. And that'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. Throw in goes off ahead. Now downed, now booted away by the Tigers. Battling for the ball. Number 7 trying to fight his way through, and thought we had a whistle. That might have come from the other field. That was a brief moment of confusion for everybody. In the meantime, Brookline's got it. Zhang boots it upfield off the head of Lawrence, and number 2 kicks it away from a chasing Leteplo. Sent out to the far side. Could not be kept in bounds. It'll be a Brookline throw-in. Up the line. Sent forward. And a give and go. This is Leteplo trying to race up the far side. It's knocked out of bounds. Well boxed out by the defender. It'll be a goal kick for Newton North. Goal kick, headed by Lawrence. Downed, I believe, by Spinelli. Passed back to Zhang, popped up in the air. Off the head of Lawrence. Now booted up by Newton North. Bouncing. Goes off ahead, out of bounds, Brookline ball. Lawrence throws it in quick. It's knocked away. Taken by the Tigers. Sent all the way back to 12 now to the middle. And to the outside to number 2. And misses it up the far side, out of bounds, Brookline ball. Rabat throws it in. 7 passes to the outside, kicked up field, gets to number 9. Number 9 sandwiched between defenders. It's knocked loose, but then recovered by the Tigers. They try to send a leader through. Zhang kicks it away, recovered by the Tigers. And it's forced out of bounds. It'll be a Newton North throw-in. Tigers starting to generate some pressure in the transition game. Throw in. Knocked away by Rabat and kicked away by Brookline. Leteplo, handball. Kicked into the box. Deflects back out to 17. He decides to pass. Shot walled off. Now Brookline trying to run on the counter. This is Spinelli. Spinelli couldn't get through number 2. And it's kicked away by Newton North. Sent far forward, and it's going to be scooped up by McGee. McGee boots it. Bouncing along. Leteplo kicks it forward. An attempted clear is going to go out to the near side, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Lawrence throws it in, misses Bochelle, and he can't chase it down. It's taken away. Long kick up, finds its target. That's number 9. He has to pass it away, and it slightly misses number 10. Number 10 poked away from behind, but he keeps with it. And no whistle as play marches on. Pass back, I think that's 99 who just booted it up in the air. Bouncing. Deflected down. Kicked forward to 17. 17. Tried to work it forward, but it's deflected away. 17 recovers it, gets sandwiched between a pair of Brookline defenders. Spinelli ticks it away. Spinelli sends it forward and gets tripped up from behind. And that'll be a free kick for Brookline. McGee boots it. Penalty call on Brookline. Newton North with the free kick. Downed and kicked away by Zhang. Dribbling with it is Spinelli. He gets tripped up. Number 6 takes it away, kicks it, goes through several players, and rolls into the box where it's taken by McGee. McGee boots it across midfield, knocked down, bouncing along, pushed forward by Newton North, and we got a handball as that bounced off the hand of Fitzgerald. Free kick coming for the Tigers from about the 33-yard line. Kick towards the box, headed the wrong way. Can't be completely cleared as Newton North takes it back, kicks it back towards the box. Headed away by Stern, and offsides called on Newton North. McGee with the free kick towards midfield. Downed, controlled by Lockwood. Lockwood trying to send one forward, deflects off the foot of the defender, and that's going to roll out the back end, and I think that's going to be a corner kick. 3 substitutions coming in for Brookline. The Ames brothers, number 13, Henry, number 17, Grady, and coming onto the field for the first time, number 23, Koya Nicoli. Setting up for the corner kick is Zhang. Boots it towards the box, and it goes on top of the net and out of bounds. Those 3 recent substitutions replaced Sebastian Spinelli, Jason Rabat, and Nate Lockwood. Still tied at 1 apiece out here at Concord Carlisle. A little over 27 minutes left here in the game. That ball headed down by Bochelle. Kicked a little too far by Henry Ames, and we've got a whistle. Excuse me, we got a whistle on that play against Newton North. So it will be a free kick for Brookline. Free kick from Stern goes off the head of a Tiger, and it's going to bounce out the back end, and that's going to draw a corner kick for Brookline. Boschel setting up to kick this corner. Brookline hasn't had a lot of corner kicks so far this game, so I don't think they have. Might be remembering wrong. A big chance for the Warriors here. There's the kick. And it's going to be headed out of bounds by the Tigers. That'll draw another corner. And so they're going to set it up at the far side end this time for Tony Zhang to kick. Up in the air, headed the wrong way, headed back and headed out. Newton North defense clears, and number 17 is pushing it upfield on the counter, and Sebastian Cuervo just boots it out of bounds. Throw in for Newton North. Off the head of Nicoli, out of bounds. Throw in. Booted way upfield. Deflected out of bounds. Oh, but first we've got a sub coming in for Brookline. Entering for the first time today is number 31, Eli Traub. Throw in, headed down the wrong way, almost taken by the Tigers, but it is recovered, but that pass intercepted by Newton North. Ball deflecting several which ways. Brookline managed to take it back, kick it upfield, deflection, and they're just going to let it roll out of bounds. Brookline ball, Newton North ball. Oops. A bit of confusion as Newton North is trying to sub someone in. Number 23 enters the game, replacing number 17. Throw in, and we got a player dragged down from behind. Official giving player a brief talking to, but the penalty is called on Newton North. Free kick. Headed down into open space. Chased down, pass, broken up. Lawrence looking, throws it up the line, bounces past his target. 12 boxing out and lets it roll out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick. Little less than 22 minutes left here in this game. Still tied at 1 apiece. Goal kick is given out to the back. Sent to the near side to 12. 12 runs out of room. His kick deflected out of bounds by Lawrence. Newton North ball. Throw in, deflects several which ways. Zhang boots it up in the air. Downed. Lawrence kicks towards the middle. Goes through the defender. And Nicoli almost had a chance, but it's deflected out of bounds. And as it went high over the bar, it'll be a goal kick for Newton North. Free kick. Off ahead. Off another. Lawrence kicks it forward. It's kicked away. Recovered. Dribbling with it is Grady Ames, but he's running out of room as the dribble goes way out in front of him. And again, 12 with a strong boxing out job to force the goal kick. Goal kick. Bouncing along. Oh, knocked away by Brookline. Bochelle passes to Cuervo, who lifts it up the near side, and Lawrence able to keep it in bounds, but 12 pokes it away. Brookline recovers. It's sent back to Bochelle. Bochelle slices it out to the far side. Nicoli chasing after it. Nicoli gains the edge, sends in a crosser, and it's caught by the Newton North netminder. We're a little over halfway through the second half now. Just over 19 minutes left here in the game. Brookline controls it. Pass goes back to Fitzgerald. Up the line. It's taken by Henry Ames, but he's cut off by his defender, and it rolls out of bounds. Brookline ball. Throw in. Knocked out of bounds. Throw in. Deflects. Traub kicks it up in the air, but nobody there, and it's simply taken off the hop by the keeper. Off the punt, it's headed by Bochelle, knocked down. And they call a penalty on Newton North as they did grab the jersey there. Free kick for Brookline. Stern kicks it forward. Off of Lawrence. Almost a chance there, but it's deflected away by the Tiger defense. Upfield, it goes off ahead, bouncing along. Traub tries to send it forward, but it's deflected away. Newton North now working it upfield. This is number 23. Pass to the middle, broken up by Cuervo. Cuervo couldn't stay with it, taken away, but then taken back by Lockwood. Pass controlled now by Lockwood. Lockwood trying to send a leader, but intercepted by the Tigers' wing defender. We got a player down on the field. That's a Newton North player who is down hurt. That is number 6. He's getting back up on his feet. That's a good sign. You know, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for. You know, you never root for an injury. Both teams preparing to send in some subs, but not quite yet, as they're going to do a drop ball as the play was stopped during an open play, and a shot is in! Number 23 broke past the defense without going offsides. Brookline seemed flabbergasted that there was no offsides call, but there wasn't. And so number 23 breaks through and scores at point-blank range to make this a 2-1 ball game. Pass goes back. Cuervo lifts it. Lawrence heads it out of bounds. So Newton North, having trailed for much of the first half, now finds themselves in the lead here in the second half. It's currently about 16 minutes to go, but the clock has stopped on the scoreboard, so I won't be able to tell you an accurate time for a little while until they potentially fix that. This one down by Cuervo. Cuervo kicks it forward. Deflection. Leteplo off the bar! Nico Leteplo had a huge chance at the equalizer there, but it goes off the post. And you can see the frustration, but they got to keep going. Brookline's got a free kick now with a decent angle. I believe this is Rabat taking the kick. No, it's not. Excuse me. I see Rabat in the mix of players there. I'm not sure who's taking this one. In it comes, and it's too high, and it's going to bounce out of bounds down the far side. That is a tough missed opportunity for the Warriors there. But they've just got to pick themselves back up and keep going if they want to come back in this game. Kick into open space, corralled by Cuervo. Cuervo dribbling, turns around, knocked back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald slices off his foot. Rabat couldn't keep it in bounds. Throw in. Deflects out again. Newton North ball again. Number 99 will throw this one in. This one booted high. Hard collision. Leteplo recovers. Leteplo trying to push through. Leteplo does not have numbers on his side, and the Newton North defense forced to kick it out of bounds. And we've got a player down hurt now. Looks to be number 5. He did collide hard with Leteplo, and while Leteplo was able to shake that off and keep running, number 5 appears to have taken the brunt of that collision. 5 is getting back up. That's a good sign. Seems to be walking off on his own power. We've seen a few players go down today, and it's been a physically intense match between these two local rivals. You know, but at the end of the day, you always hope that the kids are okay in the end. Out of that stoppage, it will be Brookline ball on the throw-in. Lawrence throws it in, finds his target, trying to turn around. Leteplo walled on his shot. Clear is taken by Bochelle. Bochelle sends a shot through. Bochelle scores! The initial shot by Leteplo walled off, but the attempted clear went right to the foot of Eamon Bochelle. And while he sent it low, he sent it to the exact perfect spot for the equalizer. No, come on. There we go. Sorry, I was throwing my coat back over my stuff. Make sure I keep it as dry as possible. So we're all tied up at 2 apiece here at Concord Carlisle, but Newton North trying to get on the attack. Brookline trying to clear it, but the Tigers not making it easy, trying to set things up for number 23, who did get that go-ahead score earlier in the half. Out of bounds, it is Newton North ball. Zhang cannot believe it as he let it roll out, thinking it was going to point Brookline's way. But instead, this will be a throw-in for Newton North. '17 throws it in towards the box. Hard physicality. And the kick is ricocheted out of bounds. It'll be a corner for the Tigers. Newton North appears to be asking for a PK, I think, but they're not going to get it. Looks like we got a sub coming in for Brookline. Koya Nicoli returning to the field, replacing Wally Lawrence. There's the whistle. In comes the corner kick. Punched away by McGee, headed back into the box, but corralled by Brookline and kicked away out of bounds. Throw in to the middle, knocked into the air. Off the bounce, they're trying to fight for control. Ball rolls out of bounds. Newton North ball. Throw in, deflected down. Taken for a sec by Brookline, but disrupted on the kick. Off of several deflections, it's controlled again by the Warriors. Zhang boots it upfield, but it's headed right back by the Tigers. Booted right back by, I want to say, Stern. Off the head of Spinelli, he gets it out to Rabat. Rabat racing up the far side. Rabat still racing, still staying with it. Sends a crosser, but he's walled off by the Newton North defense. Clear it out. Knocked down. Cuervo sends it back to Zhang. Zhang boots it upfield. Leteplo trying to race after it. Leteplo fighting. Leteplo is deflected away. This will be a corner kick for Brookline. With a little over 10 minutes left in the ball game, according to the scoreboard clock that did freeze for a chunk of time. So, you know, at the end of the day, we do have to await the triple whistle from the officials. Zhang with the corner kick. Headed. That's in! Let's see if we can check out on the instant replay who got that one. I think I'm not sure who got that one. Zhang gets the assist, that much is certain, and Brookline gets the 3-2 lead, that much is certain. It's a bit hard for me to tell exactly who it was. Maybe it was Koya Nicoli, or maybe Sebastian Cuervo. It was a bit hard for me to see in that scrum, as they are calling a timeout now with 10 minutes on the clock. Brookline now with a 3-2 lead. Let's see if I can check out that replay again. Let's see if I can see a number. I cannot see a number. I could see who it was that got it. Let me see if he turns around. Darn it. Yeah, no, I do know that after checking it out again, that is Koya Nicoli, number 23, who registered that third goal for Brookline off the header, assisted by Tony Zhang. So Tony Zhang with his second assist on the day, as he also assisted on Leteplo's goal in the first half. What a thrilling back and forth contest this has been. It's gone from 1-0 Brookline to a 1-1 tie to 2-1 Newton North to a 2-2 tie, and then a 3-2 lead for Brookline. Ten minutes on the scoreboard clock. Brookline with a 3-2 lead, and now they're trying to hold on. Can the Warriors get up to a 500 record and secure back-to-back wins for the first time this season? Battle for the ball. It's kicked away by Zhang. Headed by Lockwood, but taken back by the Tigers. They try and send a leader, but it's off the mark. Sliced off the foot of Zhang. It stays in bounds. Number 6 heads it, controls it, tries a centering pass, but it's knocked away by Lockwood. But then the Tigers keep up the pressure. Attempted clear is walled off, but this clear is sent away by Stern, I believe. Leteplo couldn't quite corral it, bounced the wrong way off his feet, but he's staying with it. Leteplo wrestles it away, trying to fight around multiple defenders, and he gets around them. Leteplo approaching, but finally ran out of room, and it's kicked away by Newton North. I think Newton North wanted a call on Leteplo for fighting through one of the defenders. I think the officials might not have called it just because Leteplo was sandwiched between a pair of defenders, almost kind of got forced through the defender in front of him by the one behind him. Throw in for Brookline, coming from Rabat. Throw in towards the box, headed. Lockwood heads it back in, ricocheting back and forth. Attempted clear is downed by Bochelle, sends it forward to Rabat. Rabat fires a shot, and that's going to roll wide. Brookline not letting up on the pressure. Up in the air, off the head of Bochelle. Deflecting back and forth. Nicoli kicks it out to the far side. The kick forward walled off by 99, but it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Brookline ball. Less than 8 minutes left in this one. Brookline leading Newton North 3-2. Throw in, deflected down. Rabat tries to kick it up the line, walled down, out of bounds. Brookline ball again. Throwing up the line, Nicoli chasing after it, but couldn't get an angle, and it's sent out of bounds. This will be a goal kick for the Tigers. Seven minutes left as the goal kick flies in, deflected back to the Newton North end, but now booted across midfield down the near side. Scrumming for the ball, our number 6, and Zhang, and we've got a penalty call on Newton North as number 6 kind of wrestled Zhang to the ground trying to get to the ball. I think Zhang wanted a card on that one, but it's just going to be a penalty. McGee with the free kick. Scrummed and kicked away, taken by Bochelle. Bochelle couldn't stay with it. It's kicked upfield, and a big breakaway chance for Newton North. Stern on defensive pursuit. 9 couldn't get a shot off, and it's knocked away by Zhang. Deflects out of bounds. It'll be Newton North ball. (17) throws it in, deflecting through the box. 11 fires a shot, but couldn't get enough on it, and McGee falls on it. McGee boots it across midfield, knocked out of bounds by number 2. Throw in, bouncing, and that's going to roll out the back. That'll be a goal kick. Clock is now frozen at 5 minutes left. We are in stoppage time here. Newton North trying to move. Booted towards midfield, and they're going to call a penalty on Nicoli for that hard collision going up for the ball. Newton North going to take the free kick from about their own 45. This one flies in, deflected away, out of bounds, and it'll be a Brookline goal kick. And of course, Brookline is going to take their time. As the team in the lead, they want to use up as much clock as they can. Jackson McGee lining up for the goal kick. Boots it low up the middle, bouncing along into the Newton North end, where it is corralled by the Tigers. Booted up the near side. Hard collision in the air, and a whiff on a clear attempt. It's taken by the Tigers, pass to an open man, but broken up by Fitzgerald. Rabat corrals it and boots it upfield, where it's deflected into the air and kicked back by the Tigers. Fancy backhand kick, but it's knocked away again by the Brookline defense. Brookline trying to hold on. Long leading kick from Nicoli. Leteplo tried to fight through for it, but couldn't. Nicoli deflects it back, but it is corralled once again by the Tigers. Kicked upfield, knocked back, and taken by Bochel. Bochel dribbling, now boots it. Headed away by the defense, but controlled again by Brookline. Tapped through for Nicoli. Nicoli tried to pass, deflected, kicked away, taken back by Newton North. Out to the far side. Whoa, hard tackle. And that's going to be a penalty against Brookline. Brookline 3, Newton North 2. Stoppage time here at the Kicks for Cancer game. Sliced into the air. Deflected away. Passed out to the near side, lifted up in the air. Taken away, Rabat kicking one upfield. It's deflected away. Leteplo races it down, but is stopped. Newton North takes it away along the far side. They got some room to work, but they got to move it, so they kick it upfield, and it's knocked away by Stern. They've blown the triple whistle on the other field, which means the triple whistle's probably not too long away here. Throw in. Going towards the far side and knocked out of bounds. Throw in, headed by Rabat, but Newton North trying to kick it in again. They could not reach it as the wind might have carried that one a bit. Now a floater into the box. Dangerous, but kicked away by Fitzgerald, headed right back into the box. And it's booted up in the air by Zhang. Then Spinelli. Brookline trying to kick it out, but it keeps spinning and going off the wind. It's out of bounds. Throw in for Newton North deep in the Brookline end. Number 17 setting up for the throw in. Into the box it goes, kind of catches the wind, deflects through, and a kick flies out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Brookline. This will be a corner. The wind blowing away from the net. Newton North trying to work against the headwind. Corner kick coming in. And it sails over everyone. And it rolls out the back, and that's going to be a goal kick for Brookline. McGee setting up for the goal kick. Booted up in the air, bouncing along. Newton North trying to corral it. Bochel applying pressure. And there is the final whistle. The Brookline Warriors come away victorious against their rival Newton North here at the 2023 Kicks for Cancer game. The final score, Brookline 3, Newton North 2. It was a back and forth blow for blow contest between these two local rivals. Brookline took the 1-0 lead early in the first half off a goal by Nico Leteplo, assisted by Tony Zhang. Newton North scored in stoppage time of the first half on a PK rebound score by number 10. And then in the second half, Newton North took the lead on a goal by number 23 from almost point-blank range as he managed to chase down a leading pass without going off sides. Brookline answered back off a goal by Eamon Bochel after he intercepted an attempted clearing kick. and sent a low roller to the far post and in. And then here was your game-winning score as Zhang sent it into the box on a corner kick, and it was knocked in by Koya Nicoli. That would end up being the decisive goal as we bring this one to a close. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. If there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. Also, go down below to the description section where you can find a link to donate to the Kicks for Cancer fundraiser. You can also find a link to donate to the Friends of BHS Soccer Booster Club if you would like to support the soccer program. And you can also go down further down below in the description section, or just check out the bottom right corner of your screen for more information about me. You can see the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. Find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. You can also email me directly with any questions or requests you may have. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that is going to do it. Your final score in the 2023 Kicks for Cancer game, Brookline 3, Newton North 2. From Concord Carlisle High School in Concord, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.